Peace all. We're on part 2 and we're moving along to Friday, Venus Day. Okay, it's the 6th day of the week. 6 representing family, home, beauty, bliss, harmony. Venus Day is the day that we look at our abundance and our pleasures and what we deem to be leisure. And it's a mental day. Color therapy wise is green and magenta. Aromatherapy is rose. And mineral therapy is copper or brass as well. And that is the first day of May. Okay, and we have the May title for being an integrative month. Integration May or Integrative May, I think the title was that I got. And because the 10 vibration is going to be very primal this month of May. And the 10 again being integration, integrating your yin and yang, realizing you're good and you're not so good, your light and your dark, your spirit first and your matter after, and balancing the two, bringing your light and shadow together, unveiling, bringing light to your shadow so you can work on it and then balance yourself. Realizing that you have both feminine and masculine within yourself, and you don't have to be lopsided. Not because you're feminine you have to be all prissy, and not because you're masculine you have to be all hard, because a feminine body has both action, chi, yang, as well as receptiveness, nurturing, yin, spirit, and likewise the same for the other half, where the masculine also has and should cultivate receptiveness. Yes, men, you should cry, let it flow when necessary. Okay, don't hold yourself, you don't always have to be hard. You have the nurturing tendencies as well, work with that, and don't be ashamed of that, and bring that to the fore too, as well as always working on your natural abilities to be yang, forthright action. And you shouldn't, and sometimes we are in the physical body, we may have one presiding over the other, but there's a necessity to always bridge the gap by balancing both, because sometimes we have men that are overly feminine or women that are overly masculine, and that's where the kind of homosexuality came about. But the gem in that is to balance that out. We're here as co-creators. We create our reality. We're also here to learn lessons for our growth, development, our soul to be in our natural state, in our divine highest heights. Okay, and in life there are devil antics, manipulative states of affairs that can take us off our core and derail us away from our destiny and have fated events kind of play out in life that makes us forget our abundant state, that we don't have to be one or the other, we are all, and that we are first and foremost spirit first and matter after, and we come here to expand beyond the physical and help the physical realize the spiritual, and not one or the over the other, but understanding both and working both. Okay. So Venus Day, we have messages for heal, forgive, let go of the past, with the 5 of Wands on the 1st, which is again the first day of May, with an undertone of 10. Oh, it kicks off that way, yes. And Luna is in Leo, and we have Sol in Aries up until the 15th, I believe. 15th, the 14th maybe. The 13th actually. And then we move on to Taurus season. But in Aries season, it's all about the self, remember, and 1 being about self, and 10 being about integrating the whole selves. That means your light self, your dark self, your self in 19 something, and in the 1900s and 2000s, integrating all that good. Okay, and the good from the soul, not from the spirits that's around, that is here to help us learn the lessons which we had on that's Venus, Four's day, on Mercury day, which is our soul group, and I spoke about the soul groups being a good, bad, and indifferent, and no matter, even our adversaries, even our fathers, our mothers, I keep doing that, our parents, our siblings, our lovers, our neighbors, for the good or the bad of them, or the interaction that you have with them, they are here to help us grow, to help us evolve our soul. They're part of our lessons for incarnating. Okay. And the way to thrive in this new paradigm that we're walking into is to be our highest self, our golden self, our balanced, integrative self. Okay, so that means you have to heal, I'd rather say mend ourselves. I say mend over heal because heal is a continuous thing. Mending is a thing that is done. We're not here to heal all our lives. Like, we're moving away from that. And to forgive the things that hurt you, because again, remembering that it's all for lessons of growth. And let go of the things that do make you feel ways that it's non-conducive to you. Okay, let go of the attachments, the titles, the places, and the things, and realize that some things in your spirit needs to change. Some of your passions and actions need to be let go of, need to be forgiven, need to be healed. Those of your own and those outside of you. Okay. And then on Saturday, we've got check the astrological influences with the 5 of Swords. You have a lot of 5s this week. Okay, 5, is all about changes, moving away from the status quo, not following, but leading. Being your unique highest self. Being your unique highest self. Okay. Learning your lessons so you can earn your blessings, and being adventurous about life, not being stuck in any mold. Walking the unbeaten track. And that's the 2nd day of May, and with the undertone of 3. And the Saturn day is a great day to check you. What is your purpose? The reflective time. It's the 7th day of the week, and it's a great time to check your spirit or the spirits around you. Do some writing. Take a sabbatical. The Saturn day is both a physical and a mental day. It's whatever you choose, what you need to do. Do you need to be more physical on this day, or do you need to be more mental on this day? Should you run around, do all kinds of things, or should you just take it easy and be more reflective, or be more mental? The color therapy for this day is indigo, brown, and black. Aromatherapy is myrrh, and the mineral therapy is lead. Okay. We have Luna in Leo, and we have the waxing gibbous moon north of Regulus. And Regulus is that star. It's like one of the brightest stars in the Leo constellation, and it's just touching the ecliptic, which is where we run through the zodiac signs, where soul travels through. where we pass through, souls travels through to make up the zodiac signs. And I always dispute this one with people, like when they want to check me about Ophiuchus, because they say Ophiuchus is not a star, it's not a zodiac because it's not on the ecliptic, but the Ophiuchus actually passes the ecliptic, where Regulus is the only star in the Leo constellation, where the constellations are completely further up north of the ecliptic, depending on where you are. And it's just that one star that is touching. It's the brightest star, so I guess it matters. But, you know, if that can account, so can Ophiuchus, and it does, naturally. The waxing gibbous is, a few days away from the full moon. And it's a great time to be present and receive the gifts, which is the intuition, the knowing that you would have received from your intentions built from the new moon, which was on, what was it? The 23rd of April. We have checked the astrological influences with the 5 of Swords. You know, astrology is not pseudo, and accompanied with astronomy, it really does help you decipher this cipher. Okay. On this specific day, with the 5 of Swords, it's a good time to really check your I want to say hidden enemies, but it's not always like enemies outside of you, you know. Sometimes it's the spirit's forms that's attached to you. That you need to check. And checking your astrological influences, it's always great to check your astrological birth chart. And around the 2nd, we have Mercury in Superior conjunction to Sol on the 4th. So that means Mercury is very close to Sol. And it's just extra oomph. And Sol and Mercury are both in Aries to really recreate self. Remember that the pink note that we got for this week from my guys is rebirth, the number 9 energy. And Aries being all about the rebirthing out of the subconscious into the conscious self. The first physical manifestation, the I am energy. You know, with the undertone of 3 is all about creativity, that divinity, the Trinity, bringing your whole selves together, understanding, your thoughts and your feelings, and are they autonomous to you? Are they your own, or are those, of what's been set, what we're trying to break as we move into the golden Aquarius age? That is it. I'm just checking if I need to check any astrological influences. Yeah, it's about it. So it's a waxing gibbous. So it's all about receiving and perfecting the understanding of what it is that you need to do to move forward, and to soon enough integrate and release when the full moon comes in. And to give thanks for what you already do have. And on Soul Day, we have time changes, move with the natural cycles with the 8 of Wands. Sorry, am I shouting? And on this day, we have Luna and Leo. Okay, the 3 energy is the 3rd day of May with the 5 undertone. And Soul Day is the first day of the week. It represents initiation, determination, willfulness, Soul Day, Sunday, is a great day to start the week afresh, to see how you want the next 7 days to go. It is a physical day also. And color therapy wise, orange and white are great colors to work with, great vibrational energies to wear. 1 second. And the aromatherapy is frankincense, and the mineral therapy is gold. Okay, so again, physical day, that rebirth energy is coming to mind again, and we have Luna in Leo. And yeah, it's all about your soul purpose, your destiny. Remember, life is what you make it. Okay, so the undertone message what we got from my cards here. Remember that you are an abundant being, and that you are spirit first and matter after. Don't allow yourself to wallow in pity. Okay, also allow yourself to just believe that you are physical and things have got you. You are not manipulative. You cannot be manipulated. You stand in your square. You own your power. Okay, and that's how you thrive, not just survive. The free energy, again, it's all about creativity, and the 5 on the tone is telling you, showing you how and where you need to change, what you need to make changes. Okay, so you can live an adventurous life, a life of purpose, not haphazardly. Okay, and that is the first few days of May, the integrated month. A great time for us to learn to integrate our whole selves, to take time with ourselves. You know, we're still in this self-isolation, quarantine kind of stage, and this is divinely guided at the high vibration of that. Even though there's lower implementation going on with the 5Gs and the wiring in the house and getting us all head fucked and stuff. You know, the high vibration of it is to lead and not follow. Understand when you need to go out, go out. Don't feel like you have to be cooped up in your house. And know that it's a great time to reassess your life, you know, and not be afraid to, again, with the number 5 energy, to break the mold that's already been set. If whatever you've been in, you've been following, you've been thinking that is me, and it's now you realize that it's not really me, and that's not really conducive for me, and that's not really what I want to do anymore. Don't worry about anybody else's say so. You make the moves, you do what you need to do for you, because only you know what you feel and what you do and how you turn. You know, if you're following a certain set, like realizing now that that's not really what I'm on, that's not really what I believe in, I don't really trust it, I don't really like it, you know, I don't really feel it. Don't worry about other people saying, oh, but this is what we've been coming up in, this is what we know, and this is what we've been doing, this is what you have been doing. You don't even have to account for any, I don't want to say account for anybody. You don't have to like worry about what anybody else is saying or what they're going to say. You have to just make the moves and make the changes that you know you need to, because it's you that feels you. And if you're in something that you know is not making you happy because of somebody else, it's your loss. Because remember, our soul groups, people, situations, and things, right, is here to help us grow with soul. It's time for a rebirth, baby. So make the move.